Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Professor Layton. This time Professor Layton and the Curious Village, a game from 2007-2008. We're going to play it right here, right now on the Science live streams. And with that also on the recording. Let's do it. So, we are, just to very quickly say this, we are back again. Instead of Madam DS or Smoom, we are using yet another program again. I'm back to like using the same program. Anyway, so we're using like the DS emulator again on the phone emulator. Like literally like I did the other time as well, for Layton and the other one. Let's do it. To my dear friend Riddleton! Exclamation mark, comma.
The things we saw that day in the village became a secret we would have to keep from everyone for the rest of our lives. Because, you see... I don't understand, Professor. Why are we going to help solve an inheritance dispute?
Luke, my boy, do you really think I would take on such an ordinary request as that? Oh no, this is an altogether unique and exciting situation, and it has piqued my intellectual curiosity. But I suppose it would be best to explain the case before we arrive at our destination. 2 months ago, Baron Augustus Reinhold passed away.
Aww.
Shortly after his death, his will was disclosed. The contents of it were fascinating, to say the least. The Reinhold family treasure, the golden apple, is hidden somewhere within this village. To whomever successfully locates this treasure, I offer the whole of my estate. Naturally, those who attended the reading of the will immediately set out in search of the golden apple.
I mean, it works.
But in the end, everybody came back empty-handed.
I'm going to change one thing. Why did I just pull the chat over to the screen? Because now, if something happens and we need to suddenly switch to a cutscene, cutscenes are all done on the right screen, aka the bottom screen, not the top screen. And that's why. Makes it easier for me to edit it.
It turns out that no one had even heard of such a treasure existing, until its mention in the will.
Wow, that's some puzzle, all right.
Quite. Augustus Reinhold staked his entire fortune just to create one more puzzle before his death. What a perplexing individual. I wish I could have met him while he was still alive.
Aww.
It certainly sounds like you two would have got along, Professor. By the way, just what is this golden apple anyhow?
Some speculate it's a rare antique, while others say it could be a gem, yet its identity remains elusive. But Luke, I can't shake the feeling that this matter is linked to some larger mystery, something huge.
Aha! Is that your famous intuition at work again, Professor?
Well, our first step is getting to town.
This is all so exciting. I hope Sam Myster is ready for the famous archaeologist and puzzle-solving detective Herschel Layton.
Oh, Luke, you know as well as I do that I am no detective.
Have a good one, Ivy.
Augustus Reinhold's wife, Lady Dahlia, has asked me to investigate the situation. It seems she came across my name by chance when reading an article about me in the papers.
And you immediately decided to take her up on her request?
Oh, well, Luke, a true gentleman never refuses the request of a beautiful lady.
If you say so, Professor.
We should be nearing the town by now. Look at the map in the envelope and help me with directions.
Right you are, Professor. What in the... What's this?
Lady Dahlia seems to have given us a test. We'll need to decipher this map in order to find the village. She wants to see if we're capable of cracking the mystery surrounding the Reinhold fortune. Care to give it a go, Luke?
I'll do my best. A puzzle like this should be no problem for the apprentice of the great Professor Layton.
No, this is like literally a really easy puzzle. So.
Very well then, Luke. I'll leave this one to you. Think of it as a warm-up for things to come.
Puzzle 001. Where's the village? My village is on a road that leads to no other village. I look forward to seeing you there. You use dice to draw a circle around the right village. Then touch submit. Draw a circle around the village in one stroke. Once you circle to your selection, tap submit. Well. Okay, so we don't have any special tools this time around to help us. Let's say this village and this on the same road. Same counts to these. But we're going to take this road. Nothing goes down here. Nothing goes up here. Goes up here, eventually ends up here. What if you go back and just... It's the only village in this entire road.
Well, here's my guess. Layton's apprentice saves the day.
That's correct. The only village that isn't connected by roads to another village is the one in the upper left area of the map. It looks like you're all ready to start solving puzzles.
There we go. Now we should be able to make our way to the village.
Right you are. We should see it on the horizon any moment now.
Huh? Professor? Do you mean to say you've already worked out the village's location?
I'm afraid I couldn't help myself. A basic puzzle like that is easy enough to solve with a glance. Anyhow, you'd best gather your things, Luke. We've arrived.
Yes. Professor Layton in the Curious Village. Interesting. It appears that this drawbridge in the entrance is the entrance to the village. And we're stuck on the side. What should we do, Professor? Oh, look over there. There's a man standing on the other side of the river. Maybe he can help us. Tap it out to investigate. Sure. Good day, sir. We'd very much like to gain access to the village. Could you please up the bridge for us? Do I look like the sort to go dropping the bridge for a bunch of fancy-looking outsiders? You got a lot of nerve. We received an invitation from Lady Dahlia. I don't suppose that changes things, does it? From Lady Dahlia? Well then, I'd love to lower the bridge for you, smarty pants. But the engine is broken, and I can only move this blasted bridge with a hand crank. There's all these infernal slots I could put the crank in, but I ain't got a clue which one to use. So brain box, you got an idea which one is the right one? Puzzle 002. The crank and slot. There's no way to bridge and get across without turning the crank to the correct slot. Choose a slot that fits the crank shown below. If you look at it carefully, then we have three slots here. There's an arrow sticking out on the back side of that. This one doesn't have that. This one also doesn't have that. One does.
Luke, here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Nice job. Now drop that bridge. Drop that bridge. Now do. Hold on a second. I'll let it down. I'm gonna say it again. I just don't feel right about letting outsiders into mystery. With your lady Delia's guest, I guess I'd better. At least give her my regards, you hear? He's very often sent mystery. I'm so excited. I wonder what mysteries awaits us here. Well, look, we'll find out soon enough. Just be careful not to let your excitement cloud your ability to analyze your surroundings. I say, Luke, this is the perfect time to explain how to move about during navigation. Give the shoe icon on the lower right corner of the touchscreen a tap with your stylus. After you do this, a set of arrows will appear on screen. Tap 1 to head in that direction. So remember, you want to go and you want to move? Just tap the shoe. Go on then, give it a try. First of all, you puzzle me. Oh, hello, pleasure to meet you. Welcome to Mystery, where our local expert is the puzzle. Oh, before I forgot, you should know that every time you solve a puzzle, you're ascending with picarats. The more picarats a puzzle is worth, the tougher the puzzle will be. They say lovely things happen when you get enough picarats. Imagine that, it worked for solving puzzles. For practice, try this little riddle that your hand reminded me of. Think good and hard before you answer. Just instantly say something about this puzzle. It seems easy. Puzzle 003, by the way. This one is an optical illusion. These four top hats are all the same height, but the length of each brim is different. In other words, the hats are equally tall, but vary in width. One of these four hats is a brim and height that are the same length. Which hat is it? It's A. They'll show soon enough in a second, though. Do it now.
That should do it. Another puzzle solved.
That's right. This is a very famous optical illusion. An optical illusion is a visual phenomenon where the eyes perceive things differently than they actually are. There are dozens of known optical illusions. What's the world coming to when you can't even trust your own eyes? Oh no. Oh bravo, when you got the hang of this, you can try your options one by one to eventually find the answer. However, you also got a puzzle that can't be solved by simply trying all the answers. If you answer incorrectly, the picarats you can earn from the puzzle decrease. Tough stuff, hmm? You can see how important it is to think for yourself and find the answer on your own. Well then, best of luck to you two. I'll be rooting for you too. Puzzle 003, strange hands is no puzzle than X. I switched it between 00 and 00. What a dining set of fellows you two are. Must be new to mystery, eh? My name's spionschrijver, and I've got some advice for you. Tell me right back there with your stylus. Don't ask questions, just do it. With this barrel? Picture both work, damn. But you're doing it. Round these parts, as we call a hint coin. When you find yourself against a really tough puzzle, you want a hint. Trust me on this one, fellows. And it just astounds you and want to use a hint coin to purchase a hint. I bet you think puzzle will be a breeze now, eh? Think it can. There are a limited number of hint coins in the village. So don't go wasting coins on any old riddles. Because if you do, when you come across a real stumper, you'll be sorry. Really sorry. Mind you, hint coins won't always be hidden inside burrows. Check any object that seems suspicious. Got all that? Good. Be seeing you around. So this is the other button you could actually tap on that would actually work as well. Let's move on, shall we? So should we give you a record of investigation? You've brought up a very good point, Luke. Let me explain how to go about saving your game. First up, the status on trunk in the upper right corner of the touchscreen. This trunk contains all manner of information you can access by tapping the icons. Touch the icon marked Save to save your game. Tap the journal icon to read over notes about your investigation and send mystery. Next we have the puzzle index icon. Tap it to view all the puzzles you've encountered. Puzzles you have solved have a tick next to it. Puzzles you haven't seen but haven't solved are blank. You go try the puzzle you solved from the screen. To try puzzles you haven't solved yet, you must return to the actual side of the puzzle. Don't be afraid to use items in the trunk to help investigation. It will be second nature soon enough. An explanation for now. Let's make our way to Reinhold Manor. An arrow marks the path to the map. On the map. So all we need to do is head the correct direction. Lead the way, Professor. Chapter 1. Reinhold Manor awaits. Make your way to Reinhold Manor on the east side of the village. Oh god. The clock tower is really worth swear. Speaking of clocks, I've got just a puzzle for you. Bye. Clock hands. No. An ordinary analog clock has 2 hands. Okay. With the long arm moving faster around to face the clock. Assume this clock is every time, and how many times the long arm should between... Oh no. Okay. If the clock is perfect time, how many times do the long and short hand pass over each other between 12 noon and 12 midnight? $11, 12 times, maybe 13. You got 12 noon, 12 midnight. You got 5 past 1. All the way up to 5 before midnight. Or actually, you got 10. Okay, wait. What's over here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My answer is 13. Although this could also be... Could also be 11, could also be 12.
Well, here's my guess.
If it says between, I would assume 11 actually. Let's try the next one.
I was sure
Greg,
I
answer
had
you... They're dart for real, but think carefully. Good question. It's 11. Because they're saying between, they don't say it 3 times.
How does this sound? I'm so embarrassed.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because all those moments, it not passes over. Like 15 past 3, it passes over here. I guess I mean 12 then as answer. Those are the 3 answers.
I think I've got it! No, I was sure I had it.
Wait, no. Okay, wait a second. 5 past 1. It's 5 past 1. 10 past 2. Eventually end up here. 55. 1, 2. Oh, just after. 1, 2, 3. 10?
How does this sound?
Okay, why 10? What times?
Professor, I've solved it!
Oh yeah, because you have to tap to get rid of the text, but like you can also get rid of like the whole explanation. That's great. Precisely the answer I was looking for. Luke, well done, my boy. Oh hello, I'm Percy, Mistress unofficial writer in residence. Why not man, you ask? I head up the road on the right. It's immense. So you know it when you see it. Before you go, why not try a hand puzzle I thought up? So you go work out which hands of mine from the instructions I give you. I have a sweet deal for you. You know it's this puzzle, I'll tell you about this village. Sound by this, will you try? We'll try, won't you? After all, a writer is nothing without an audience. Where's my house? Oh right. Keep in mind, go to the front door of my place and turn left. At the first junction you come across, take a right. Turn right again, and you follow the junction, you come up face out the morning sun. Circle my house. Just from pure remembering.
There we go. Another puzzle solved.
That's right, working backwards is the easy way to solve this problem. Sunrise in the east, so you must end up facing the right them up. To get there, turn left, right, and then... So it's right and then right from the starting point. Working backwards starts on left facing position, then turn left, right, left, right, left, left, right. This is you facing now, it's a very starting point. You're facing upwards. There's only one house whose axis faces up. Impressive, well that set out quite a puzzle, but you made short work of it. Now for the gossip upon you, the Reynolds family owns all the land the village is built upon. Where they all own all the buildings too. I suppose you could say this village belongs to the Reynolds. But that's all for me for now. But rest assured, the next time I'll have the puzzle for you. First, look at the man standing in the street. He's blocking a path up to Reynolds Manor. How terribly rude. Perhaps he moved first, but I have a feeling he has no intention of doing so at the start. Until we solve his puzzle. Hold up. I never see you two here before. What a couple of new faces like yourselves doing here? We're by invitation of the Reynolds. Now your excuse, we'll have business through the gate. Business with the Reynolds, is it? Something strange here. Yeah, you're a fishy pair. I don't trust you, that's for sure. What is your boss you can solve this riddle, see? Just to warn you, it's a tough one. Isn't going to be easy, is it? No way, definitely not going to be easy. Like 10 out of 10 pick rats. 40 out of 40, sure. Lightweight. Puzzle 006. Here we have 8 small weights that all look similar. All the weights in the group is slightly lighter than the rest. Using the scale 2 times, you can find out which is lighter than the rest. So which one is the light one? Little weights you want to measure onto the scale with your stylus. When you finish arrange the weights, press the red button to weigh them. If all states say that, so we have to find the lighter one.
Luke, here's my answer. Another puzzle solved.
That's right, solve the puzzle with no guesswork. You must load 3 weights on each side to go first for first measurement. If you manage to get that far, the rest is easy. Yeah, some way. Then all right, pretty sharp bunch, aren't ya? Very good charred apples, the two of you. So have we satisfied you? Maybe pass now? Of course you can pass. Move along, you better make sure to give my regards to Lady Dahlia. Good. Then we need to use him to pass. And just who might you be? My name is Layton, and this is my assistant Luke. We received an invitation to visit Reynolds Manor. Ah, yes. We've all been expecting you, Professor Layton. But you have to use optimism. You can't trust anyone these days, you know? For all I know, you could be just another hooligan in a top hat. So how do I know you're the real Layton? Did you hear that, Professor? The nerve of this fellow. Surely you aren't going to go through with this after an insult like that. Now, Luke, settle down. Sir, are you saying that you'd like to test me to see if I'm the real Professor Layton? Precisely, Professor Layton. Now, if you don't mind, would you please solve this puzzle for me? Wolves and chicks. Gather 3 wolves and 3 chicks seen below to the side of the river while obeying the following conditions. A. No more than 2 animals can ride the raft at the same time. There's at least 1 animal on the raft in order for it to move. The wolves and chicks down on either side of the river. The wolves will eat the chicks. Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Done.
Another puzzle solved.
Well done, this puzzle can be solved in as few as 11 trips. How many trips do you take? Fun fact time, there are several variations of this puzzle of river crossing puzzle. I know it appeared in writings dating back over 1,000 years ago. Hot damn. Do excuse my early rudeness. Let me show you the manor. Everyone's waiting for you. Everyone? I was under the impression that Lady Dahlia was the only one expecting me. Right this way, please. Is this the manor, Professor? It's possibly gigantic. Just look at the size of it. It still seems like we've come to the right place. Chapter 1, Rhino Manor awaits. Done. Bristol and Luke finally arrived at Rhino Manor. Let's head in, shall we? Yes, sir. Lord Rhino Manor, thank you for coming. I am Matthew, butler and of the Reynolds family. I'm only waiting upstairs for you. But before you go, I have a message from Lady Dahlia. She suggests you take a look at this puzzle. Please do not be taken aback. The lady has a strange sense of propriety sometimes. Go on, try moving the match. To move the match, hold it by its center and drag it. To rotate the match, so one was... Okay, sure. Puzzle 009. One poor pooch. The arches below are arranged in the shape of a dog. The poor little dog was just minding his own business when a quick over, browning down the road and ran him over. Move the match to change the pictures so that it shows the dog after access. The puzzle are a matter of perspective. Then shouldn't you be looking at... I guess something like this.
Luke, here's my answer. Another puzzle solved.
Look out for the poor dog. Let's be a lesson for you. Be aware of your surroundings when driving. That's able to correct my commendations, sir. Again, I do apologize for the strangeness of the quest. Now please walk this way. We must keep Lady Dahlia company waiting. What the hell? My brain doesn't work. Professor, look at the paintings on the wall here. It's a very nice portrait, isn't it? I bet it's the late Baron Reinhold picture there. But what about this one, Professor? Who gives pretty Gorby? The two boys are next to each other, so they're family. She's probably the Baron's daughter. Exactly right, sir. You're looking at a portrait of Flora, the late Baron's daughter. Pardon me for asking, but couldn't help but notice your keen interest in art. Would you take out this old frame with you? It is the most wonderful painting. However, all left of it now is a small scrap. Bring up your hand to your trunk. Examine the find what's on the old painting here. Next to the painting, touch the trunk to open it and tap the painting icon. So this is a pretty little old painting then. How interesting.
Oh? Oh, you must be Professor Layton, I presume. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
Oh no, the pleasure's all mine.
No!
Luke!
Come back, sweetie!
Why am I constantly surrounded by incompetence? This is a disaster. Whatever is the matter. Oh, this is simply terrible. My dear sweet baby, my Claudia. Your Claudia? Sweet, sweet Claudia, my little honeykins, my smoochy pie, my baby. Matthew! Matthew! My lady, what is it? What in the world has happened? My little Claudia got scared and ran off. Think you can see her dart out of the room? My, I'm Mr. Mister. I'm totally sorry, my lady. Oh, you're useless, aren't you? Professor, you didn't see where my baby ran off to, did you? You're a baby, madame? You over into the white cat I saw. It ran out the door a moment ago. What? You simply stood down and let her escape? Well, she is a cat. They are animals after all. They know must run about from time to... You fool, she is not just a cat. She has a name, and her name is Claudia Reinhold. She's a delicate flower, and she is simply a muzzle close by to comfort her. Matthew, I need to find Claudia and bring her back immediately. About the little inheritance problems of yours, Lady Dahlia. This can wait. Can't you see that we have more pressing concern on our hands at the moment? You could have stopped when you didn't, so you have a responsibility to find Claudia and bring her back. So it was off to find a silly cat. The nerve. Who do you think you are? Haha. Oh, it's fine, Luke. Besides, Lady Dahlia does have a point. It does seem that Claudia went off. Now, if you excuse whoever cat to track down. Thank you, and please hurry. My Claudia is such a delicate flower. Even the course outdoor air might prove too much for her. Here's your answer to your list of mysteries. Jump to the fugitive feline. Lady Dahlia's cat has escaped. Search mystery for the runaway feline. Yes. So we already have solved 8 puzzles. Jesus. We solved more puzzles already than... Well. Professor, there's still someone over there who's spoken yet. Really? No, they are really fond of the cat. I assume you carry the famous Professor Layton, yes? The name's Gordon. The Baron's brother and... another people who originally requested your services. I'd like to explain the situation further, but right now it's not probably best to do as Lady Dahlia says. The name's Simon. I'm Baron Ryan's nephew. My father is the little brother of Gordon there. Or rather, he was to kick the bucket, as they say. But I digress. So you're the famous Professor Layton? I thought you have more presents. Well, never mind that. I take it you won't mind if I throw a puzzle your way. It shouldn't prove too difficult for maneuverability. If you're as good as they say, they shouldn't amount to much more than distraction. Puzzle 011. Arc and line. As shown in the diagram below, we have a quarter of a circle. Within the circle is a rectangle ABCD, which has the edge of the circle at point D. The point B is located in the center of the circle. How long is... How would I know? This is the type of things like I literally never had. Guess the answer is just going to be 10.
That should do it.
As soon as I said like yes, something else like the exact same length, I was like, okay, sure. Well, it appears that you're the real deal, Professor. I apologize for adapting you there. It seems you've got quite a mind for puzzles. But oh ho ho, how unfortunate. You must waste your time on one of these ridiculous cat chases. They happen all the time, yet every time the count stops out, later that'll cause the biggest fuss. It's no use arguing over it. The best thing for you to do is just to go and find the cat. But if you guys about to say, you should have no trouble tracking down one of the cat, right? After you track down the ruins of the Amazon Legacy, no, this is child's play. Oi! Professor, there she is. Right, she ran off. We don't stop now, let's give her a chase, Luke. Bust, that burns. It looked like the engine blew out. So this is a mystery, eh? And the famous summon ground to the late born August Reinhold. What no kind of tricks the old man set up for the village before he shuffled off. Oh Layton, you're a ridiculous dandy. Just you wait. All the treasure you seek will be mine. Oh my. You two, help me out there, would you? I'm into a pickle. What's the problem, sir? So fool went and raised the bridge while I was on my break. This wasn't long enough. It's kind of made over my only bridge crank. Oh dear, see me to say... That's right, the little thing turns up. No one's getting in or out the village. I'm still looking for the boss of crank, but I'm too furious to get anything done. What kind of person would do something like this anyway? Oh yeah. I managed in the street while I was looking for my crank. Got any idea what it is? The Gizmos option has been added to the menu. Touch the room to open it and tap the Gizmos icon. You can see the various mechanical parts you've gathered around the village. The vanishing crank was added to your list of mysteries. Okay, so we have all these mysteries to solve. Let's actually voice them, as we've always done. The Layton Reinhold hid this item in some mystery just before dying, and has promised to hold his fortune to the one who finds it. No one has any clue what the golden apple might be or where it is hidden. So that's about the golden apple. Done! Noise at the manor. When the professor first met Lady Dalla, Reinhold Manor was rocked by a noise so loud it shook the walls of the mansion and scared of Claudia. What could be the source of that noise be? The vanishing crank. Someone has stolen the crank that controls the mystery drawbridge. The sole port and out the village. Until the crank is recovered, there is no way to leave the village. Why would somebody want to steal a drawbridge crank? I don't know. Claudia! Ah, fluffy purple bow, sun expression, no doubt about it, that's Claudia. Crossbow, Luke, no way, look at her. The question is how about catching her? Listen to me, Professor. Ah, yes, I wonder that you have a way of animals. Right, go right ahead then. Here, Claudia, here, girl. Aye! Look, are you alright? I saw her as much help, Professor. She's much feistier than I imagined. Oh, God. Sorry, I see you busy. Oh my. Oh, I forgot. Well, there is the local inn and see if we can produce some rooms for the night. Sounds good to you, Professor. I was sure there's an inn near the end of the village, just south of the square we're in. Let's head over to see if we can arrange some lodging. Well, I see him. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the inn at St. Mystery. We're the only inn in the village, you know. You see, visitors to our little village are quite rare. Good day, madam. We seek lodging for the night. Do you have any vacant rooms we could rent? Oh my stars, what a terrible timing. We're going to be removing all our guest rooms. The only rooms left are in the attic, but if you don't mind it, I'll make sure you're very comfortable. I do hope you save it. It's been a while since a fine gentleman such as yourself stayed with us. The rooms are not very big, but I'll make sure they sparkle. Can you come back in a bit? Well, I don't want to get 2 normal rooms ready for you as soon as possible. Oh, thank you, but we needn't trouble yourself on my behalf. As long as you're a bit sleeping, I'm satisfied. Oh yes, about that. Oh, what double luck. You see, all the beds are being finished. But don't worry, I'm not about to carry you to, or even drop the nightly rate. The options behind your trunk. The inner puzzle in which you arrange items cluster in Luke and Ross's room. To access it, touch the trunk icon, then touch the in icon. You obtain your item for Luke and the presser, you'll be asked where you want to put it. Because you arrange your items, so don't worry about when you first put an item in one of the rooms. It's too full without the items. The item will go to the room with available space. Jesus. Here's going to make the place feel a little bit more like home. We're going to get back to searching for Claudia, Professor. Where is that damn cat? The video is not a puzzle I once heard. Really, Professor? A bottle full of germs. A glass holds a single germ. After 1 minute, the germ splits 2 germs. 1 minute after that, the 2 germs each split again, forming a total of 4 germs. Continuing at this rate, a single germ can multiply the whole jar in exactly 1 hour. Notice how long in minutes would it take to so 2 germs? Wait, what? Oh, okay, no. One can do the entire bottle. We start over with 1, splits out to 2, so that's 59. You can start with 2 germs, you practically skip out on only the first minute.
How does this sound?
Right, that's just easy.
Professor, I've solved it!
Let's have 10 minutes. If it takes 1 minute for a single jump to spin in 2, therefore starting with 2 jumps instead of 1 only saves you 1 minute. This put on excellent job. The jar's quite nice actually, why don't we take it with us? But oh boy, it's covered in grime. What's this? Something's hidden inside the jar. I think you're right. Look, reach your hand and see what's inside, will you? Painting scrap. I just had it this time. I think I'm going to explode. Like a water balloon filled with rage. What's that? Why am I angry, you ask? Why am I angry? Let me in here, will you? There are trees in the village, and we just can't stand each other. It's so bad, none of us want to see each other's ugly faces, but symmetry is a big place, right? Sometimes you cross paths on the way to work, and just like that, bam, time for a screaming match. I really wish you could find a way to someone could do that in the mornings. Hang on, you look at a good hand on your shoulders. Do you ever please help me out? Invalid commute. Puzzle 020. Draw a path between each man's home and its work by connecting matching blocks. The catch is that each man can stand each other, so you have to make sure that none of the paths touch. To make a path, you need to stamp a block and start drawing. Eek.
Luke, here's my answer.
There we go.
Puzzle has an answer.
That's right, these men don't even have to look at each other. Good job. And thanks a million, I can finally go to work while blowing my top. I really mean it, you're a lot brighter than you look. Oh yeah, let me clue you in. See that big old mess over there beyond the village square? Take a tip from me, if you know what's good for you, you'll stay away from that thing. Well, right then, I'm off. Thanks again, chum. Sure. I'm sorry to you, but have you seen a white cat run by? A white cat? Oh yes, we're over that way, towards the park. Well, may I ask you, are you planning on doing when you find it? We're going to take it back to Lady Della. It's our cat, and she's asked us to bring it back to her. Aha, you're going to try and catch that cat by-handed? Oh, good heavens. That's a bit nervy, don't you think? Listen here, cat's off treat, so try luring him right over with some food. What do you suggest? I got some old fish bones around here. I'm sure the little thing would go wild over. I'll give this one a try to solve this puzzle for me. Sure. Okay. 7 prize-winning pigs are lazing in a pen. To make sure that each pigs don't fight with each other, you design a section of the pen with 3 ropes. Cage the ropes up. That's about the pigs from each other. Remember, not now they're going to sneak over a partition. Draw the stylus from one point to another and to draw a line. When you finish selectioning of all the plot pigs, tap submit. Sure.
Luke, here's my answer.
Okay, just to say this about the puzzle we're solving right now and the puzzles we've done in the past, like during the Masked Gentleman, like the Miracle Mask and the other one, the one after that. This one, Legacy. I would say these ones are like a lot easier. I'm not going to lie. I must say I'm very impressed. Here you go then, some fish bones, as I promised. Good luck with the cat. Oh, I'd run off to the park. Ah, there you go. This is the last part of this episode, by the way. Professor, there she is. Quickly then, use the fish bones. Here, Claudia, come here, girl. Meow. We're done it, Professor. Here she comes. Excellent, now we can unlock the Rhino Manor. Job 2, defeat Pauline. Solved. Successfully brought Claudia, Professor Layton and Luke sent that back to Rhino Manor. Everyone moving on to investigations and mystery. Here's some to keep your investigation running smoothly. Suppose will disappear from the location of the village as the story progresses. But there's no need to worry. Most of puzzles are sent to Granny Brittleton's shack in the village square. Visit often drag down puzzles past up and work towards completing every puzzle in the game. Sure. Someone doesn't seem quite right, Professor. But Professor, oh, it's simply awful. Come quickly, please. What's the matter, Matthew? If you're worried about the cow, we'd rather save and sound. Oh well, maybe they were very happy to hear that. But there's no time to worry about the cat. Just hurry upstairs, right away, please. So you're the famous Professor Layton now. My name is Shelby, Inspector Shelby. I'm the inspector on this case. Well, I hardly call it a case, it is about Claudia. We brought her back safe and sound. Oh, Claudia, I will miss you so much. What's this cat doing here? Why not would you bring Emma to a crime scene? Have some sense. We were out when this crime took place, and now know what's going on. Could you please fill it in? There's been a murder, Professor. A man was killed there. What? Who was murdered? The victim was registered others. One Simon Reinhold. Simon was... Approximately 2 hours ago, I received a report that a man collapsed at Reinhold Manor. Upon arrival at the scene, it was apparent to me that Simon was already dead. I see, and the cause of the death? I'm going to collect the investigation to look into it. I'll just let you know right now, Mr. Layton, I'm looking at you as a potential suspect as well. There's a leads concerned the investigation unclassified. Speaking of details who placed the call to the authorities. Are your ears clogged? You're deaf? Don't tell us details are classified? Alright everyone, I'll be taking samples from each in the other room. Come in one by one. And let me make this clear, we no circumstance to anyone to leave until I talk to everyone. Wait! Shelby doesn't know us? But, Shelby! You forgot about us, Shelby? Oh well. Oh fuck. We still have time for this. Imagine a murder in this very house. It brings a chill to my spine, does it? You're a detective, aren't you not? Do you find a monster that did this? My good sir, I'm no detective. But I agree that your concerns are certainly warranted. No one is safe until the criminals behind bars. What's that meant exactly? I just understand it. Someone could be snide, but it wasn't the time to be hated. If the criminal was after my brother's fortune, it could very well be this fine fiend's next target. You have a point. If we know the motive to stealing the Reinhold fortune, there are fewer potential suspects. Good gracious, you don't think I'd do something like this now? Someone like Roman Garl, how have you know? He wasn't very close to Augustus though. You know, all the Stark families has been completing a puzzle I once heard. Oh, why are you doing this to me right now? Brick and Brothers, puzzle 027. 6 brothers have gone down the table to eat dinner. Let's call the brothers 1 to 6, with 1 being the eldest and 6 being the youngest. Each of the brothers is prone to finding their siblings directly above and below him in age. They can't be seated next to each other. Also, brothers 3 and 5 are going to the other day and refuse to sit next to each other. Brother 1 is already sat down. Can you find a seat for the others? I can't make rain. 3 and 5 have a fight. 6 to 4. 3 and 5 are not sitting next to each other, and none of the other numbers is actually sitting next to each other as well.
Luke, here's my answer. Every puzzle has an answer.
Good job. City Boys is shown and there should be any trouble. The mirror image of the ceiling lines will also valid answer. Finally, a million piece. Ah yes, that's the answer. Thank you for clearing the puzzle. We're still not close to finding Simon's killer. I shoot, then I had nothing to do with it. So please go out and find the real murderer. Of course. I understand your position. If there's I'm suspect too, I'll find out what I can. That's it for this episode though. Thank you very much for watching this end of it. Have a good night and we'll see you all during the very next time. G'day.